For ease of access at this point, I've removed both sides of the case. So front side of the case, and I also went ahead and moved the back side of the case. I'm going to pull all of the cabling out of here because I just don't want it in the way when I'm mounting the motherboard up. There is an additional fan in the front of this, so I want to loosen this up and let that free so that I don't forget about it when I'm plugging everything back in. The Fractal case comes with a variety of screws in this. You get power supply screws, you get your standoffs, motherboard screws, SSD for mounting your SSD drive, thumb screws, rubber spacers, and anti-vibration screws for your traditional, SATA hard drives. This comes with your standoffs, and it also comes with a small standoff wrench that's just used to tighten those down finger tight. I would not use a screwdriver to tighten these down. Finger tight is plenty for a computer. Got this particular the motherboards vary. You're going to have to take a look and see which motherboard you've got. I mean, there's a variety of sizes, so you need to be careful. Take a look at where the mounting points are on the motherboard and put the appropriate locations in. Got a nice fit. This motherboard is one short on connectors here, so I'm going to see if I can do something about that. So this is a disc tray from inside of the new box. They real simple, you just pinch them and they can slide right out. SSD is going to mount in that. You want to mount your connectors to the inside of the machine, obviously. And there are 4 holes in the bottom of this to line up, and you just mount your screws in there. All there is to it. That tray will slide right back in. Next thing, I'm going to mount up my 1 terabyte drive. These have rubber grommets in them to keep your drive noise down. And they come with screws in the kit that mount through those. The theory is this will help keep your drive be a little quieter. You won't get the vibrational noises out of the drive. It's not a big deal, but kind of a nice feature. Now, as you can see there's a flange at the top of that screw that runs through that rubber grommet. Again, we're going to mount these with the connectors facing into toward the machine, toward the removal tabs. And as usual, I don't tighten these down all the way until I get all the screws started. And there you've got it. That's rubber mounted drive. And the drive simply slides into the case this way. Pretty convenient. So in an effort to minimize the cables running around on the inside of the case, I'm actually running a lot of these cables back out through these grommets in the motherboard. I'll do a detailed shot of that in a little bit. I'm going to get these two hard drives powered up. So there's going to be 3 hard drives in there. I've got 3 connectors, nice and convenient. And what I'm looking for is there's an L-shaped key on each one of these. And I just want this to be as clean as possible, so I'm going to match these up so that they match the key as closely as possible. So we've got our power to our SSD drive. And we've got our power to our terabyte storage drive. And there will be one more going in here once I'm finished with it in the old machine. It'll become the mirror set for this. So I'm looking at the back side of the motherboard now. There's a motherboard, here's the mounting plate. I'm going to run this power that plugs into the top side of the motherboard. I'm just going to run that straight up to that side. And I'm also running this, the main power for the system plugs in right about here on the other side. So I'm going to run that out and back through. So we got that power up in the top, much cleaner looking. Get these extraneous ones out of the way. And the main power. I like to support the motherboard when I plug those in. I don't like bending that motherboard very much. We've got our USB 3 coming up from underneath and our other fan, the front fan coming up from underneath as well.